Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Taking Up Space, a Michelle A. Mayer podcast. Always excited about coming forward. I want to come on today and follow up with what I discussed with you all throughout the day. I woke up this morning with this idea on my mind to speak to love. And while scrolling the social media streets, I came across all kinds of different things that tied into love. And I'm not talking about romantic love, y'all. I don't have romantic love issues. You know what I mean? Like, my love life is not problematic. And so I'm not speaking from a romantic love triangle, love situation. I'm not. I'm speaking to love in general. The love you have to come forward and offer up your gifts. That's love. The love you show in paying homage to or regarding others that come forward and do such things. The strength it takes to come forward and acknowledge somebody else that you are impressed by in whatever capacity is of love. And looky here. I want to focus on you. I hate Gianna HSS. This must be another bot, y'all. Oh, she's communicating. You won't make it to heaven. What else you got? I need to laugh today, y'all. You gonna burn. Ooh, nope. Well, friend. Well, I don't know what else to tell you, friend. I really don't. Except for this. You talking to yourself. What else do you feel about yourself, Gianna? I hate Gianna. You hate yourself. It's so easy to love you. Friend, we're all blessed to be a part of this existence at this time. So whether you're a bot and I don't really know what a bot is. I mean, I think someone has to tell the bot what to do, right? So whether you're the person sitting at the computer typing this stuff out, you know what I'm saying? In a motel or in a data center somewhere, or maybe even in your living room, or maybe you are the person, you're Gianna or whatever your name is. But the fact that you're hurt, somebody hurt you. Friend, somebody failed you. Or you failed you. Either you didn't get the memo and you deviated from what God led you to do and now you're hurt. Or somebody deviated on your behalf. And I know you think it's lame. And I know you see me and you want to grab some of this. And because you can't, you're rather negated. But I am here to tell you, there is no power in that, friend. There's only humiliation in that, friend. And that is beneath what God has in store for you. That is beneath everything God has allotted for you in this existence. And that all you got to do is change your mind. Look, friend, all you've got to do is see yourself worthy of being that. Whatever you see in me that has provoked you to speak so negatively of yourself, thinking you're speaking to me, whatever that aspect is you see in me that you feel as if you cannot attain, for whatever reason, it's created an itch in you that you can't deny. And so you come on here and you type all of this hateful stuff. Whatever that is, friend, you can have. I'm no different than you. I just know myself. I love myself, friend. I stand in the love that all of those people, those mighty monumental people that I love and that love me, poured into me. I acknowledge it. And I stand in the truth of it. And you can too. That's my word for you. Gianna, let me get your name right, friend. I hate Gianna HSS. This podcast is for people like you, friend. This is for people like you. I want all of y'all to come and coagulate in the comments section. This is for you. You don't scare me away. The only time you'll scare me away is when I know you're telling me the truth. And then I gotta go run and hide and block you and all that kind of stuff. And I don't even have to block you. Most people that I block because I've kind of been very patient with them and I have high hopes for them. And they're not trying to reach that level that I have hopes for them to reach. And so because I have such love for them and wanting them to be great and they don't even try, I'd rather not see them because I'm disappointed. Those are the main reasons why I block people. But I'm the type of woman that I'm able to face things, friend. Friend, don't you know I have faced demons? I'm no joke. Friend, I've faced demons, archons. Some of these beings that many of y'all are talking about, and you're wondering who they are and what their names are and what they were like and what this and that, and did they really have wings and did they have this? I've seen them. But that's a whole nother conversation. I bring that up to let you know I don't shy away, friend. I'm not timid of entering into strange circles. I need you to look at me and know what I'm talking about. If it's over your head, it's just over your head. But if you can tap in, you got to know that's what this is. So all of the hate and the low vibration stuff, it doesn't move me in the same way that it would move someone else. If anything, I will shine a light on it because it is my desire to leave nuggets along my path so that you ascend and you rise up to where I know you can be. How do I know you can be there? Because I'm no different than you. And I have the same struggles you have. I just have had the courage. I've had the love instilled in me that allowed me to feel capable to face things. Let's get to it. So Gianna, kick back. I'm going to take my glasses off in a minute so I can't see the comments, okay? Because I got a word for you. And whether you deny my word openly, but internally you feel it, you cannot deny my water, friend. There's no word that you could tell me that will ever penetrate me and my faculties that will accept that is in conveyance of you telling me you deny what I'm telling you, because I know you don't. You need it. at night in your bed feeling like something's missing because you need it. You act out in weird ways and say all of this nonsense and work for other low vibrational people doing petty stuff that is completely beneath you because you need it. And I've got it. And you know I got it. And you cannot stand it. But I'm going to give it to you. You're going to take this truth. Whether you say you didn't get it, I expect you to say you don't know what I'm talking about. I expect you to say that you don't want it. Because I know what level you're at. But I'm going to get you ramped up. Oh, I'm going to get you there. There are many in life that do the same thing. They deflect. They create all of these smoke and mirrors, all of this imagery, all these facades to cover up the fundamental truth that they're hurt. Somebody failed them. Maybe they didn't have the support when they were children to feel whole. Maybe they were the kid that didn't have the money for the book fair and people could mock them. Or maybe they were the last to get picked up from daycare, only to get home and not have support and love. All of this kind of stuff create love abusers. Love abusers. I woke up with this on my spirit this morning of people that parade themselves as if there's something that they're not, but are mere love abusers. God will bless them with vessels of love, what they really need. But because they've gone so far along the road of having to fend for themselves or having to make way when they saw no way without proper guidance, they've adopted philosophies that incorporate aspects of love because you can't get anywhere without it. But instead of embracing it from a holistic place, from a truthful place of, I know I'm capable, I know I'm loved, therefore I can convey the truth of my love openly without feeling vulnerable and weak. Because they have not been able to stand in that, they still need components of love. Because love makes the world go round, friend. But instead of leading from the fullness of that component, they pimp it. They pimp love. They take aspects of it that they know people like, and they add that to their projection, their mask. And they go negotiate and network with all the right people with the mask of wholeness and righteousness and stability. But they are nowhere near it. Absolutely not. When they go and network with these people, they network and they observe aspects of who they see in these people to be. And they go home and they rewind it and they adopt subtleties of these aspects. These people are a culmination of everybody they've admired along their way. They're not organically flowering out as them. The them that they were when they were a child that progressively built upon itself through adolescence and through adult years. No. They are a combination of all of the people that they were so impressed by along their way, that were outside of their environment, their home environment, because they could not get that from home. Friend. They couldn't get it. So they have the desire. They're like Samson. They got the stock. They want to compete. They have everything within them to compete. Samson was born a Nazarite from the womb. He came out of his mother's womb with a tremendous blessing. But it would be the forces that Samson would face in his environment that would weaken him. He would not have the direction he needed to really substantiate this inner resolve, this inner power. So the power needs to be wielded regardless. The energy needs to flow regardless. It will just flow in the wrong directions. Pimping, friend, pimping the love. Big, strong man, pimping the love. How many out here are pimping the love? When you come across people that do such things, you don't notice them for who they are initially. It takes time to notice these things. Because a lot of times these people have all the right projections. They got the right social media presence. When you go to their page, everything lines up. They got the right resume. They have all the right references. It all makes sense. Looks good. Sounds good. But when you begin walking with them, when you begin interacting with them, there will be signs. They're abusive. Little small aspects of abuse show themselves in your interaction with them. It's as if you need to be in some sort of a disadvantaged state in order for them to feel whole. Just like Gianni comes on here. Gianni thinks she's strong by the negatives. Her social media handle leads with negativity. I hate Gianni, HSS. Oh, that means she's strong enough to openly say she hates somebody. Who is that? And then she comes into this forum, not with constructive criticism, not with a word of intelligence or another perspective, just blatant blasphemy. Cowardly behavior. And she thinks, oh my goodness, I got that attention. I got that energy. They need the energy. They need to feel needed. They need to feel seen. And they'll take it however they can get it. Meantime, their real problem is they suffer from a deep, deep, deep rooted sense of inadequacy. They need a hug, friend. And not just one. They need a whole year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of structured, loving support to make up for that time that they just didn't have it. And even then, the love abuse will show itself. Love abuse. Needing to feel some form of dominance by way of a loving interaction. You can speak highly of these people and say, I think you're great. These are the strengths that you have. I could spend all day speaking to your negatives, but I choose to speak to your strengths. Because if I can get you to focus in on your strengths at times will check your negatives, but not with many of them. Their inadequacy is so deeply rooted, and they've gone so far on the path of activity that comes from having deeply rooted inadequacies that they've created this vortex around themselves of karma. It's like one thing after the next that they struggle with, that compounds itself on top of them. And they become even more boxed in, feeling the need to pimp love more and more, to abuse through love more and more. It's all they've got. No longer is there the option of anything else. We spoke to this last week when I told you that God at times will not allow the certain people any more options of changing. When God softened Saul's heart and gave him a new heart, God hardened Saul's heart. It is the way. Love, friend, will give you option after option after option. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is long-suffering. It is all of that until it's not. Nobody wants to talk about when it's not. We want to stay right there in the love is. But baby, when I tell you love is the most ferocious power of this entire thing, love is concise, matter of fact, swift, and unforgiving. Absolutely. And the furthest on the scale of all of those that I have mentioned, swift is the swiftest. When it needs to be, it gets right where it needs to be. It can pinpoint the root of a thing. It will pull the rug from up under you, friend, and it will not care how you feel. It will not lend an ear to your cry. It will not feel sorry for you. The conversation that I have for you today is surrounding love. It is surrounding the fact that you must love yourself before you love anybody. In order for you to love something else, You've got to experience the fullness of love. And the only real way you can begin to even acknowledge love is through the love of your own self. If you don't love yourself enough to know, to hold yourself in a certain regard and expect others to do the same, how can you expect them to do the same? If you don't value your love and the power of it, how can you ever expect someone else to? If you know how powerful your love is, that you are selective with the doses of it that you give out to others and who received such doses, how do you just throw it at the feet of anybody? Would that not be blasphemous? Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't that be one of the worst things you could do? It's just to throw your love at the feet of those that are not ready to receive it rightfully? Is it not blasphemous to hand your love over to someone that doesn't regard it enough to treasure it, that will take it through force and pimp it like it's cheap? Is it your job to go around and through your love, speak highly of other people while negating the tremendous negatives, all for the sake of love? Because I tell you, in doing such, you lead people astray. You misrepresent yourself. You become used. You allow them to pimp you. You allow them to take your natural possessions and use it for personal gain. That's pimping. Your personal gifts, the things of value that are priceless, you allow someone else to take and to feel as if they are justified of enlarging their ego. And in doing so, you misdirect love. You misdirect the truth. And now you are lying to people. You're no longer speaking a truth. You are now manipulating. You're now bowing. Friend, you have got to value your love. If you were raised like I was, you just love by second nature. You just are a loving person. It took me time to learn how cruel the world could be. I knew nothing of it when I was coming up. The people call it green. I was green as green could be, friend. I don't come from it. I was like Joseph. All I knew was love and to be loved. And so I went into the world loving. But just like Joseph, he's loved by his father. And because of that love, there's dissension between he and his brothers. Yet he doesn't stop his flow of love for them, even though he senses the division. And even though it would put him at tremendous risk. It's as if he's blind to the risk because the love is so powerful. That's the thing with love. It is the most protective essence of this existence. Friend, when love covers you, there's no demon in hell that can come against it. I'm not talking about manipulative love. I'm talking about pure love, real love, the innocence and the purity of love. That type of love is very powerful. That kind of love allows you access to places that nothing else in this existence can. It is a key that allows you into vast realms. You walk through distant gates. You get a glimpse into other states of being. All through love. So when Joseph, seeing the division between his brothers because of the love, he doesn't allow it to change his interaction with them, putting him at tremendous risk. And because of the love, he would be attacked. Because the love was so undeniable, both from God and from their physical father, Jacob, he will be attacked. But it wouldn't work. It would send him on a monumental journey that would make him better. It would put him in a position where all of them would need him. And they would be banking on the fact that he loved them as somewhat of a mercy seat, as a way of protection from what anybody else, having experienced what they experienced by way of them, would have annihilated them over. Love is a double-edged sword. Love is a reciprocal thing. You see, if Joseph would have allowed his love to be contaminated by the hate that his brothers showed and acted out upon him, he wouldn't have been worthy of all that God had in store for him. This is what I mean by you are responsible for the power of your love. You must know how to handle it. It is not for you to manipulate, because in you doing so, you're no better than those people that are looking to pimp it. But it is not for you to cast at the feet of everyone either. How do I know this? When we look at the journey that Joseph went on, he goes and he lands in Potiphar's house. And he sees that Potiphar is showing him love, favor. Potiphar does not deny the flow of love in his heart that God is downloading onto Potiphar as it relates to Joseph. Potiphar does not deny the love that he senses and the favor that he senses that is over Joseph. It's contagious. Because Potiphar is whole. Had Potiphar been broken, insecure, or any of the things like that, he would have had a hard time receiving Joseph. But because he wasn't, he was very secure with himself. He could stand amongst Joseph and not feel threatened or not feel as if he needed to exude some false level of authority because of the love that is emanating from Joseph. You see, when people have a lot of love over them and they come into environments, it will test everything in that environment. The love that's over those people. It'll make some people feel insecure. It'll make others feel as if they got to go on an ego trip. It'll make others feel like they've got to exude some form of dominance upon those people to make themselves feel okay. All these things because of the love, the favor. Favor is love that is over an individual. And because Joseph sees this, how does he know it? Because he's had a whole life of dealing with people. Some that accept him, he studied them. Some that didn't accept him, he studied them. And he sees the differences. And he sees that Potiphar accepts him. He doesn't have to walk on eggshells around Potiphar. He doesn't have to lessen his shine around Potiphar. In fact, Potiphar sees this attribute and this favor in Joseph, and he says, this is a gift. I don't need to subjugate this man. I don't need to try to exhibit some form of dominance on this man. I need to put this man in the head of my system. Finally, I met someone that I can multiply myself amongst. I met a peer. This had to have been Potiphar's mindset. I met someone that I can relate to. I see myself in him. Yet Potiphar's wife will be the one that wants to pimp the love. She wants to be the one, I'll give you this for that. Do this disintegrous thing because I'm attracted to you, because I see this favor that's all over you. And Joseph turns her down out of love. You see, love is a thing that you don't do just anything because of. It holds you accountable. It aligns you to a particular way. When you fall in love with someone, you only got eyes for that one person. Nobody has to tell you, people that are in love don't do this, and people that are in love don't do that. No one has to tell you that when you have fallen headfirst in love with someone. It fine-tunes you, don't it? You align to what it shows you. It's like a force that aligns you to it. It is the same way in every other aspect of love. Yet it could come forth more subtle. But you have others like Potiphar's wife that feed off of love, that abuse love, that love to condition using love and negativity. They love the drama, and then they love the passion of love. And it is these people in the world that you've got to watch out for, because they are broken. The only time you do those things is when you're broken. And when you enter into a vortex with these people, whatever the dynamic is, whenever you enter into a vortex with these people, You take on characteristics of them. You could have been whole and grounded in your love, but through conditioning, repetition, ritualistic abuse of your love. You offering your love and someone taking it and then throwing back to you a love that's less than what you deserve and what you gave. You giving someone your love and your attention only for them to criticize you and to keep you in this gray area where you don't really know if how they feel about the love you give them. They never give you a full response on, how was dinner? There's nothing worse than dating somebody and not knowing if they love you. I know y'all don't want to accept or agree that you've been in that before, but I know I have. When I was younger, there have been times in my life where I dated someone when I was much younger. I didn't know where we stood, and I wasn't strong enough in myself to ask. I just wasn't. I was so young. I didn't know myself enough to know my value and what I brought to the table. And man would use that. Knowing what I brought was highly valuable. But because I didn't know it, they could keep me in a place or a position that was beneath me. And even though I try to wiggle my way out of it and get to a higher role in what I thought I needed from him, he could always manipulate me and keep me through manipulation in that place. Why? Because I didn't know myself. I didn't know my value. Trauma. Love abuse. There are men in life and women that are 50, 60 years old still doing this. And there are people engaged in this dynamic with them that were once whole people. They were once whole. But being in that vortex with them for an extended amount of time has lessened them. They've fallen in love with the love abuse. They love that abuse. And this is not just romantic relationships. This can come in the form of social dynamics. I'm just using romantic relationships just because. But as an example of social dynamics, this could come from giving compliments to people, openly acknowledging certain characteristics that seem to be applaudable. Could it be that the other characteristics either aren't as forthcoming or apparent, or you want to focus in on the applaudable attributes for whatever reason. But someone that abuses through love will use the same tactic. It's a universal tactic that they use with everybody because it's what's got them through. They will create a projection, and they will feed off of the attention of your love and give nothing in return. In fact, they will silently attack you, abuse you, love abuse, and try to condition you in that. Just as they have done everybody else, so that you stay right there and you never think to step outside of that. This is Potiphar's wife. She's thinking Joseph is like everybody else. My husband is giving him a great job. I'm going to love bomb him. I'm going to use money. I'm going to use notoriety. I'm going to use whatever I can. And if I can't get him with that, I'm going to lie on him. I'm going to attack him. I'm going to physically try to constrain him. Love abuse. Love abuse. And it will work for someone else, because where else is he going to go? If you don't conform to this is the next step for you. And that was the next step for Joseph. But what separated Joseph is the favor, is the love. Favor ain't fair. It just is. Love is not fair. It just is. And as long as you nurture the love, as long as you acknowledge the love, and stay within the love, friend, nothing can remove it from your life. It's not a contingency that's based upon some other dynamic. It's just you and it. This was my word to you today about love. And how powerful your love is. If you're anything like me, you want to go around acknowledging and loving, openly embracing. But we are in a world of people that are broken. And at certain levels, your love needs to be earned, friend. Just like you've earned the level of love that you have within you, you know how powerful your love is. You don't need someone who's going to come and tell you, girl, your love is powerful. Oh my God. Sir, your love is powerful. There's no one that's going to come to you that is outside of you and rate your love, tell you exactly what you're working with as it relates to you and your love. You know that. And you know that, and you acknowledge that. And how do you tell someone else that you acknowledge that? By the way that you handle that. If I can openly acknowledge you, yet you withhold from me, you don't deserve my love. You'll never get my love. And it's not that I'm not allowing my love to flow because it wants to flow. It doesn't even want to flow to you. And that's sad. My love will not flow to you organically. Once I come to the realization that you're looking to pimp my love. That idea that I had of you, that projection, that perception that I have ahead of you has gone down the toilet because it was a lie. That really wasn't the truth. That was the truth at that point because that's all I knew of you. But now I know you, and I don't want to have nothing to do with you. God showed me you. That part. Many of your enemies are just misdirected fans, friend. Their energy is just misdirected. Mm-hmm. And they want you to acknowledge them. They want to feel acknowledged. They want to feel the love. They do. And they don't know any other way of getting that attention, that feeling, than pimping the love. Because they're fundamentally insecure. They're not secure enough to openly stand in it like you are. It doesn't have to always be your enemies. It could just be people in general. I don't have all the answers, but I surely got some testimonies, friend. A lot of the confusion comes from people feeling incapable of standing fully in the love, in the light. In the light. And because of that, when they see someone else doing it, it makes them feel a kind of way. Broken people